YouTube. The YouTube experience has just gotten fun and exciting again. Hello everyone. Welcome to Buckin Billy Ray's YouTube channel. It's Sunday. We're live like we've been doing for the last 5,000 years on YouTube. Yes, I said it, 5,000. You know it. You know it to be true. Why do you come here? What is the deal? Like why? Why do people watch certain videos? Why do people come to certain channels? Why do we go to YouTube? Do we search? How does YouTube work? How does YouTube work? Do you choose Buckin Billy Ray? Do you choose whatever you choose, or does it just come up in your face when you wake up and you go to YouTube? What happens? How does it work? Why are you on YouTube? What are you doing here? Pooey. Are you here to be entertained? Rocka chaka chaka, rocka chaka chaka, rocka chaka chaka chaka. How was that? Did that make you smile, or did you think this guy's a... Either way, you have this wonderful thing that, and I think all of us, all human beings, we kind of have this energy thing. We all have an aura. You've all heard the word aura. Well, my energy and my aura is, well, pretty in your face, extrovertious, wanting to rub elbows and hey, come on. That's who I am. So that's not everybody's bag. That's not everybody's bag. I watch so many different characters on YouTube. I do. But there's a couple that their content is, it's educational. I think that's what it is. It's educational. I'm interested in. I can handle watching the person. They're nice. They're intelligent. They're smiling. They're happy. I'm not a monotone guy. I can't watch people complain and try and have all the answers to the world's problems. I can't. I'm not that guy. I can't watch that kind of stuff. I remember on YouTube, hey, let's bring this up so I can see who's here. It's funny, friends. I see it because I'm in it. And I remember when I started YouTube, I didn't really have I don't know, I just turned on the camera. I literally just turned on the camera. You'll see it. Go back to my oldest videos and hit oldest. I just freaking turned on I was playing around with vintage drums is what I was doing, actually. Anyway. But what a morphing. 540,000 subscribers. Do you know, friends, that it took me, I think it took me 5 years or 6 years to get 100,000 subscribers. And guess what I did to get that? I uploaded videos. I uploaded videos every single day for 5 years. Yeah, I know, right? Guess what? It's the truth. That's what I did. Every single day I was in your face. So I want to give a message to anybody who's in the arena, so to speak, before I even start looking at comments or anything, because I'll lose my train of thought completely. If you're on YouTube and you're in a genre, say you're in the axe, because friends, let's be honest, the axe world, I mean, if you didn't grow up swinging an axe, axes might seem like a really neat and cool thing to you. Axes, hey, I like axes. I'm gonna learn to swing an axe. I think that's fantastic. Super fantastic. But if you're like guy like probably 50% of the population out there, that's just a shot in the dark, where it was a tool that you had in your hands as soon as your parents would let you have it in your hands, because you had a wood stove to feed, or you know what I'm saying? So here's my suggestion to and I'm just using axes because that's what I'm into. One of the things, because when I came to YouTube and I seen other people doing content that it was my profession. So I saw somebody out there say, I'm going to show the world and tell them how to sharpen a chainsaw. And I was like, oh, I'm interested in this. I'll watch this. And I would watch it and I would go, oh dear. Oh, I can do better than this. Or I can do this too. And guess what I did? I did it. So what I'm saying to you is use that inertia, use that energy. If you think you've got something to offer to the world, and if you think, like, everybody comes to YouTube for different reasons. I know there's folks out there that just come for money. They think they're going to be millionaires and be a star. Some people come for fame. Some people come for money. Some people actually generally in their heart want to spread world peace. I know a couple guys like that. This is the tool for that is YouTube, to spread love and goodness. Weakness is always going to be there, but it can be beaten down with love. So I know I'm rambling crazily right now, but to anyone out there producing YouTube content, just be you. Just be you. Because guess what? There's a lot of people out there that will like you. There is. There's a ton of people out there that will like you for just you. And I think you have a better chance on just being you. And before you go into anything on your channel about something, think about what you would think if you saw someone doing what you were about to do. These are suggestions because I get people asking me all the time how to build a YouTube channel in my emails and this and that. I say upload steady and just be yourself, because no one else is doing that. They're not. No one is being you, I mean. No one else can be you. And you were made actually absolutely in perfection with all your imperfections. You are perfectly imperfect, like all of us. So some people are going to like you. Some people are not going to like you. And it has nothing to do with anything other than who you are. They're just not going to like you. So the more you can like yourself and build a foundation to stand on truth and honesty and hard work and being kind to people, the sooner you can start that process and have a solid set of boots that you can stand in on truth, your own truth, you're going to be invincible. You're invincible to anything that comes towards you, right? I used to say that years ago. I'm invincible. Well, I am invincible. I am. You can't touch me. You can't hurt me. Nothing you say to me can hurt me. Nothing. That's my choice. That's up to me. They're my feelings. And yours are yours. So if you allow someone to get under your skin or bug you, that's work you need to do, not them. That's why you've never seen me ever in a comment section going off on somebody or justifying my existence to anyone about anything I do. Is that reason that I just explained to you. I hope that helps, because I get asked all the time about this stuff, and I just be yourself. Some people will come, some people won't come. Some people will try and tear you down, others will try and lift you up. If you waste time on people that are trying to tear you down, you're robbing the people who love you and people who want to lift you. You're robbing them of your love. Nobody can beat me up as much as I can beat me up, so remember that. That's my opening sentences. I haven't even looked at the comments because I know as soon as I do, I'm cooked. So if you've super chatted thus far, if you've made a comment, I love you. I'm glad you're here. I feel so grateful to be alive right now and be part of this wonderful thing that we have going on here right now called life. I'm in it moment by moment, and I'm so happy. So I'm glad you're here. Now, let's tune in here. Live, there he is. What am I working on today? Oh, look at that. Oh, we got a super chat. Jacob Fowler.
Around here, it's not a patio, it's a patio. Oh,
Jacob Fowler super chatted. He said, Buckin, please donate to your charities and keep half for the Aussie trip. What a dude! Fowler, thank you, buddy. I will do exactly that, brother. I will do exactly that. Thank you. You guys wouldn't believe what we're doing recently. I will just say this right now, and I'll carry on with what I'm doing. I don't know if you know this or not. Never mind. I've said it 1,000 times. You folks know, when you see me out there cutting trees and doing my thing, I think most of you know what happens, right? I don't collect dough for my work anymore and haven't for about 5 years. It gets cast upon the receiver, which is called the recipient program, and they get to do whatever they want with that gift. They get to say, thank you, Billy Ray and the Buckin Army. I appreciate you guys. And they carry on with their lives. It's a gift. Or they can donate to 3 or 4 different places I have where people can donate to: the homeless, Samaritan House, the Covenant House. We have 3 or 4 different places that we donate to. The Cedars Women House for the battered women down here in my community. It's all to do with lifting up. Thank you, Jacob. Let's see if this will work. Boom. I replied. I'm getting so excited for Buckin stock. Danny boy. Mr. DeGroff, me too, brother. Me too. Just want to show my appreciation. Thanks for being awesome. Dr. Dem, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Johnny Bruner, what you got on the bench today, Buckin? Well, it's something very interesting. And I don't know if I'm going to go through with it, to be honest. I have an amazing Tasmanian pattern. I've reprofiled the edge to 22 degrees. Oh yeah, 22, 23 degrees. It's on the Whiskey River NEC 28. It's a short little, skinny little handle. It's the Whiskey River axe handle. But as I go forward and as I get down to almost being hafted, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's right? It's going to be very head heavy, which I like. Like, see that? You can't even, right? It's going to be a very heavy axe, but I believe I was going to make an all-purpose, well, I'll show you. I'll show you this so you guys will understand what I'm getting at. I've been completely revived by axes. Yes, give and you will also receive goodness. Is that what happens, Bermuda guy? Is that what happens? Well, that's cool. Cool. What is your favorite length handle? Well, I got to be honest. That's a very good question. And it's a tough one to answer, and I'll tell you why. What's the wood like? You get what I'm saying? So this is what I'll tell you. if there was one axe, that I had to have, I'm putting this in my brain right now because I'm going to bring the world another axe, probably another couple axes actually. But they're going to be axes with purpose. So a good length is 28 inches. A good length for an all-around axe is 28, but when it comes to splitting nasty firewood, length is important too. So my favorite right now is about 30 inches. I don't have a favorite, but if I had to answer the question, it would have to be about a 30-inch axe. I build a whole bunch of different axe handles, but yeah, that's a tough call. It's a tough call. I don't have a favorite handle length, to be honest. I have a very usable handle length, but as I get older and leaner, I like my length for splitting firewood. But as a matter of fact, old Buckin Billy Ray, check this out. Check this sucker out. Huapisha, huapaka papopa. See that? See that sucker right there? It's 28 inches. This is 28 inches. So, actually it's 27. It's 27. There's no one thing that makes a good axe. There's no one thing. I've got axes with all kinds of different handles, all kinds of different heads, and I know I'm taking a long time to answer this question. It's because the answer is I don't really know. I don't know. Because I do so many different things with an axe. And lately, I've been kind of having a hankering to do a bit of chopping and go down that road of, look at me, I'm here, hey, I get kind of excited here. Look at me going here. I'm starting to think about chopping a bit more than I just split firewood a lot. So I can't answer the question. My favorite axe handle length. While I will say 28 is a very good contender. Does that help? But then again, when it's time to get into some nasty wood, what do you think that's going to do for you? A 35-inch skinny little vintage. Like, I'm learning so much through the years of this, and I'm evolving again. I don't know what I don't know. So, look, this here, I'll take this axe for splitting snotty wood all day long on the ground. Right? On the ground. Longer handle. Right? You know what I said? But a chopping block axe, now, if you've got an axe in your hands that you can, and that's what I was thinking here. If you can grab the wood, put it up on the chopping block, 28 to 30 in there. 28 to 31. Is that a good enough answer? We're still on this, friends. I don't have a perfect handle. I don't. Anyway, I am lit up on axes again. I'm talking lit up. I've got a couple handles. As a matter of fact, I've got 2 axes available right now on the website, right here. See these? You see these suckers? These are wood-destroying animals. Look at this, friends. These are both on the website. Look at them. This one on top, it is a splitting machine at on a Buckin flagship, 31 inches. Shaklank. 31 is nice, friends. It's nice. I'm thinking 30 and a half. See what's happening over the past 5 minutes? I've come again to that 30 and a half. Right in there. 30 inches is wild. But there is no perfect game. I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. This axe right here, I built this the other day. It's 20, I think. Let's look. I got my degree out here. Check this out. This will blow your mind. What the changes can be. This is 20, actually no. It's 30. 32. 32 degrees. 32 convex firewood masher. It's a masher, this thing. It's deadly. Now, this one, you guys have seen me do this for a long time now. This one, is 22.5. Huge difference. Huge difference. You guys know what I like to do with my wood, right? Shaklank. I grab the wood, I put it. I have a different style of splitting firewood. But anyway, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of chopping. This is a Killinger handle right there, and look, the balance point. Look, it won't even sit. You see that, friends? Do you guys understand what I'm saying by that? So, this is what I mean by that. Here. Look. See this? See that? I'm about 1.5 inches back from the head. See? Right there. Okay? Beautiful. Beautiful. Deadly. Now. If you need a wood splitting, my old buddy Brad at Broad River, on the way to the wood bullet, that man built me some phenomenal axes, friends. Phenomenal. This axe right here was one of the first wood bullets on our journey to the wood bullet, okay? This axe is crazy. It's 22.5 degrees, and that's what I asked for Brad, is 22.5 degrees. And he did it. Friends, this is on a 34. This is on the Sheriff. It's 34 inches. Actually, 33 and a half to the top of the steel. 33 and a half. Oh my God. If you've got, like you guys know I live out here, right? This is me. I'm out here. Right? So here's the crazy thing. I've got to show you this. I've got to show you this. Here's the 34. Okay? Follow me. Follow me, friends. Let's say hi to some people. Two Bears. 22 is awesome. Oh, isn't it nice? Two Bears, 22 is a nice work edge. The Two Bears knows he chops a lot of wood, you see. This man knows. 22.5 is a phenomenal freaking work edge. Because you can grab wood. Do you know what I mean by grab wood? Like you can flip-flap, flip-fing-flum, flip-flack-shack, clickety-clack, shaklank. You can do the whole game. You don't have to bend down. Now, Walker Country Life, good to see ya. Deadly, love it. James Matheson, Ethical Axe. I also like 22. It's lovely, isn't it, guys? These are all guys that swing axes. I'm telling you, it's 22.5, 23. Oh, but it's very important what happens after that. Shaklank, whoop whoop, kaprik pop, pong, isn't it? What happens after that? What happens after the 22.5 degrees of about 30 or let's say an inch of 30 or of 22.5? What happens after? Does it go concave? Do you understand? Does it go concave or does it push wood out? does it go convex? Because if you're splitting firewood, you want it to be convex. Friends, I cannot tell you how many hours in the wood I spent developing and designing the wood bullet. I'm proud of the freaker. I'm freaking proud of it. Okay? Now, I tell you right now, I am so proud of this axe, friends. It is a wood splitting axe. By happenstance, it'll chop. It'll chop. But it's not meant to chop. I'm so proud of this thing, friends. But we've done that now. That's my offering to the world for a split axe, okay? The wood bullet. Ah, it's deadly. Look at. Look at. Come on. What? I mean, it's a bullet. Anyway. Now, what's going to happen? What's going to happen with this? Here, let's do the, stop. I got to get back on track. I got to get back on track. Just wait. Hang on. Now, my 34-inch handle, okay? Here's my 31. Here's my I call it the flagship handle. There it is right there. Okay, see what happens when I hold it in my hand like that with one finger? Look. See? That's one finger. I'm not giving you the bird. I'm showing you. Look at it. Right? One finger. She lays flat. She lays flat. It'll tilt if you let it. But not like this. Not like this axe. This axe wants to flip over. You got to hold it. So now when you throw an axe on this thing that has a good bit and about a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch pull, guess what happens? She lays flat. There's a lot that goes into a good axe, friends. I'm telling you this. There's a lot that goes into a good axe. Look at this one. Who wants to know about an axe? You ever seen something like that? This is actually an incredible axe. It's an incredible work axe, this thing. Right? Watch this. I've showed this before. Right there, it wants to sit like that. See where my finger is? See that? Right? That's how it wants to sit. But as soon as you start moving that finger back, look what happens. You see what happens? She starts to go flat on you, which is good. Because it puts you back in control of the axe. This is all bit, no pull. All bit, no pull. This thing has a 1/2 inch pull. A 1/2 inch pull. But check it out. It actually has some balance. And what I mean by that is my finger is not right up against the head. Now, let's talk about something else for a minute here. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about this sucker here. Let's talk about this. What's that? Oh, Tuatai's the guys, aren't they, friends? Tuatai, okay? Oh. This is an axe. The Tuatai work axe. Okay? Now, these folks are legendary in the game. Legendary. Now, I built another handle, friends, recently. If I'm not mistaken, let's see what Tuatai says is a good work axe. Let's look. Oh, would you happen to have a gander at that? Who can guess how long the work axe is from Tuatai? The work axe. Come on, Brian, Two Bears, you know. Yeah, ethical. There you go. 29 and a half. Well, that's a darn good guess. Mine's 29 and 3/4 to the top of the steel. To the top of the steel. Okay? 29 and a half, 30 inches. Okay? Right? Check this out. Look at my finger. Look at my finger. It's almost right up against the head, which tells you you've got a 5-pound razor blade in your hands. That's what you've got. A 5-pound razor blade. And you can do a lot of work with these things. You really can. Not the greatest wood splitter. It's not. And this might be new information for you axe aficionados out there. I'm going to show it to you right now. I love tuatai. Absolutely, love them. Now, I know I'm going all over, and that's all right. It's probably why some of you are here. Now, tuatai, ox head. This is the first axe I ever hung on my new sheriff handle. This is the first one, and it is one of my axes I grab when the wood is ugly, like horrible. Because I think we should all know that by this time we could split wood with anything. But when the going gets tough, you want to see something? I'm going to show you this. And I hope it will come through. Tuatai's on top. The tuatai axe is on top. Okay? For our wood, for a work axe, which means an everything axe, I'm hanging the tuatai up. For splitting wood, I'm hanging it up. And this is not a kick-at tuatai by any means. It's that this is a fatter profile, friends. This is a fatter axe, and it's more convex and it's not as flat. And what I mean by that, I don't care about your, friends, I want to be careful what I say, but I say get out and experience these axes. Get out and experience them. Not what he said and she said and this, that, not what I said. Get out, get an axe in your hands. Get all the profiles, build them yourself, and take them out to your wood. Take them out to your wood. Okay? I don't care about no speed bump, no bust, none of that. Okay? I care about how it runs. How's it running? What are you doing? Are you chopping or are you splitting? Well, those are two different things completely. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Convexity is key for splitting firewood. It's key. When you, we could do this. We could do this right now. We could go out and I could slam this axe, slam it into a big dirty chunk of fur, and I could take the tuatai and I could slam it into the piece of wood, and guess which one's going to have a harder time coming out of the wood? The tuatai. Will it penetrate more? Perhaps it will. Perhaps it will. Which, for splitting wood, sometimes, you understand what I'm saying? Okay. So, this is convex. It is. but not like this. This is just a fatter profile. That's all. It's just fatter. It's fatter. It's actually glorious. So that axe right there at about 4 pounds. Oh dear. Oh dear. I've been hearing about this little Tuatai camp axe. Does anybody got one of them Tuatai camp axes? Who's got them? But you can't deny Tuatai's grace. Their grace is fantastic. Their steel is top notch. Top notch. This ox head, friends, it's on a different plane. It is, it's a different plane. These guys are like amazing. Does anybody have one of these great big freaking ox heads? It's bigger. It's a bigger axe. Good afternoon, Buckin. Brad Sherman, good to see you. Hey, Brian, did you say you had a camp axe or no? Are you... See you, woodchucker. James Matheson, good to see you. Yeah, so anyway, the Tuatai is amazing, and it'll split wood. It will. It'll split wood for sure. But it is definitely narrower down there and a little flatter than our other buddy here, this guy. As a matter of fact, why would we suffer? Why suffer when you can go like this? I would call that comfortably 25 degrees on the ox head. Comfortably 25. Now the Tuatai, that's looking like 20. 21 maybe? What do they say the Tuatai work axe is, friends? Do you guys know? Two Bears, what have you got on yours? I'm looking like 22.5. That's what it looks like to me. Massive difference in the wood. Massive. Yep, there you go. That's what I figured. I freaking love this thing. Love it. And love Tuatai. Love the history. And love my buddy that bought me and Hogan one. Raymond. Raymond from New Zealand. Friends, Raymond from New Zealand bought me and Hogan one of those axes each. Are you freaking serious? Yeah, he did. Okay, now, I'm thinking about diving into some geometry a little bit, but I'll do that on my own. This live is getting me fired up. Ethical axe, aha! Well, axes are freaking fun, man. Hey, I have not been in this kind of shape in a long time. In a long time. And it took me years to get back here, slowly and gradually beating down injury and, and my body's way, just slowly manifesting healing and health and love. And it's coming. It's coming. I feel it, friends. I feel it. I gotta clean these glasses. Hang on. I'm just going to clean these glasses up on my old rag shirt here. Now, I wanted to share something here. You guys remember this axe that Lukey made on the NEC? This is the Whiskey River NEC 28. Nice little handle. Nice little vintage style handle. Nothing wrong with it. But, I'm going to tell you some information you got to be careful for. Okay? This axe is 17 degrees. This is a 17 degree hollow ground axe. Says right on it. Hollow ground right there. See it? It's hollow right here. What happens behind the edge? What happens behind it? Okay? This is a chopper. That's all it is, and it gets stuck like crazy. It gets stuck. But does it penetrate? So this is what you would take out for limbing, friends. This is your limbing axe and small wood bucking axe. You understand? You got me? Brian, does that make sense? You don't go to the bush with one axe. Well, you can. So that's why you got to be careful when you're taking going on a trip and you got one axe. Somebody says to you, what axe are you going to take if you take one axe? Well, I know a lot of men would say, and a lot of people would say, I'm taking my 2.5 pound boy's axe. That's a very common answer to that question. It is. Well, it's not the axe I'm taking. It's not. Although it's very handy. Very handy. Now, so here I am today because I built this axe the other day, and oh my gosh, friends. It's a Killinger handle, thinned down, and it's a dandy gnaw. Did you guys see me splitting that chunk of firewood the other day in a video? Now I can see because I cleaned my glasses. Carry 2 axes. There you go. Brian, that's right. Yeah, if you can. But if you're going on a trip, say you were going to the bush for a month, what would you take? Like what I mean, in today's world that's not really realistic, but if you were Dick Prenicky, right? What did he do all his work with? How many axes did Dick Prenicky have out there? 1? Well, you can't bang nails with a double bit. So, you got to put your cap on, your brain cap on for a little bit. I would probably make an axe specifically for the timber. Yes, ethical. Yeah, you'd want to. Would you use any male bucking? Would you use any male? I don't know what that means, Dan. Dick married a cruiser double. Yeah, that's right. He did. Yeah, I think it was a Norland or something, wasn't it? I cherish every moment I get with her. Oh, Devin. Love you, Devin. Wish I was able to make it this year. Be nice, shake your hand, Jacob. Or G-Man. Oh, G-Man's a stallion. Now, here's a man that's looked into the darkness before. He knows. Let's get back onto this. Okay, so that's funny. Guess what this is? Guess what this is? My new little... I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. Think about this for a minute. I would custom make an axe for me. I would make the first inch. Hear me. Hear me. Well, maybe I better not say nothing. This is an interesting axe, actually. It's got something hollow in behind the bit. You can see it when you file it. Look at. And that was done by somebody else. Look, which isn't a bad thing. See that hollow spot there? You can tell by the shine, right? Right there. And it's a dandy gnaw. See that profile right there? You take a good look at that profile. You have a good gander at that. It's 22.5 degrees. 25. a little fatter up top because I do all my stuff by hand. But I'll tell you who's very knowledgeable at this, and he's very easy to listen to. His videos aren't all. His video quality's not the greatest, but the content is great. Do you understand what I'm saying like that? Like, he's like me. He's always bouncing around and moving his camera, and he's always on selfie mode. He's always looking at you over here. Is Rod Cumberland. Okay? Rod freaking Cumberland works with his hands. He's got some jigs, but he understands the program. That's the East Coast Lumberjack. I gave him a shout out the other day. I'll guarantee I'll go see Rodney one day. Love that guy. Love that guy. Now, Christine mentioned to me that we've got someone canceled on Buckin Stock because of health issues. I think Christine just sent me a message. Is there tickets for Buckin Stock, Christine? A few? And if so, how many? How many tickets, Christine, are available for Buckin Stock? East Coast Lumberjack. Yeah, Brian, just a great freaking guy. I've got a couple of his handles here. He sent me some handles a while ago. Just a great dude. And a fountain of information. And he lays it out to you in... Remember, friends, Rod's he's not really coming from a wood splitting stance. He's more of axe geometry, professional lumber jack. He calls himself the lumberjack. It's because he is one. He's a logger sports guy who's been doing it forever. He's sharpened 1 million axes. But his heart is in chips, throwing chips. Chopping wood is something he would just do. So that's where his main knowledge is, which is excellent information. Information I will be talking to Rod about and watching his content and learning about. Because I kind of want to know more about that stuff. So I love Rod. Good guy. Go see him. Now, I'm going to talk about the NEC handle here for a minute. The Whiskey River NEC. I was just told he talks about polish being less sticky, which I agree with. I got to check out his... Ethical, what are you doing? Ethical, for crying out loud. Get over and subscribe to that man's channel. Rod Cumberland is the man. He's a good man. His heart is open. He shares his love freely for everyone. You don't have to ask questions anymore. Go have a little taste of Rod Cumberland's experience. It'll help you. I'll guarantee it. He looks like he's on the freaking verge of laughing all the time. And that's what I love about Rod. He's such a good dude. I just love Rodney. Or Roderick. Sorry, he straightened me out on that the other day. Roderick. Get over and see him, Ethical. Rod is top bloke. Julio McDermott. Yes, he is. Subscribe now. Tell him I said hi, Ethical. Go see him. We have 10 spots available to Buckin Stock that opened up. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's new to me. We have 10 spots that just opened up at Buckin Stock. We had some people cancel. And we want to be able to refund them their money just boom, bang, which I think we're doing and have already done. Christine, thanks for that information. Email me for tickets at Christine@buckinbillyray.com. I love it. Just subscribe to Rod's channel. Tell him you come over from the Buckin Army. Tell him that. He loves it. Okay, listen. Let's get straight. What would happen to this axe if it had more pull? Let's talk questions. Let's be friendly to one another and share our love together and build strong men and strong community together. Let's do that together. What would happen if this had another 1/2 inch of pull? What would happen? It would go like that. That's what it would do, without a doubt. Now, if you had it on the C30, this is a straight handle. If you had it on the C30, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. Here's one on the C30. See that? Why is that? Because of this. This goes straight and then falls back. So this Walters freaking Pride and Joy Black Diamond Tasmanian pattern axe. Oh my goodness. Oh, made in Canada, Walters for the Australian timber. Oh, I haven't had this out. I kind of burnt myself out on the C30s. It's a wonderful handle, but I've evolved a little bit in different directions. It is a great handle. It is. It is. This Walters, friends, it's Walters. Oh my gosh. Right? It doesn't fall down because it's got a curve in the handle, friends. Look. See? It's got a curvy handle, so the weight back here is not as necessary. That's why the Buckin Billy Ray flagship handle is a glorious rendition for your Tasmanian pattern axes at buckinbillyray.com. Heartwood. This one's all heartwood. That's a special handle, that. The NEC 28-inch NEC. Now, I'm going to share something with you, and I want you to be careful. It is a glorious little handle. Hands down. It is. It's beautiful. I personally like a bigger palm swell. That's just me. On an axe like this. It depends. It's lovely. It's there. Depending on what you're doing with it. It's very nice. But I will share something that I have run into. And I actually just ordered 3 more. Because Lukey was putting an order in with Whiskey River. And I said, get me 3 of those. I can actually even see it here on this handle. I can actually see it. So that's why I might go backwards here. I'm not sure yet. I have to show you this because I want you to be aware of what you're buying. Friends, on an axe eye, if you're hanging axes, okay? On an axe eye, the biggest part of your eye, we all know, is right here. It's that distance from here to here, not excluding this one. Excluding this one. It is at the shoulder. It is right there and right there. Now, friends, this is a enlarged Tassie, so it's the example I'm going to use, okay? But I'm going to show you what to be careful of. Be careful. These Whiskey River handles are beautiful. They are. This is a very, very nice handle, but you've got to be aware of this. You can see right through the axe handle on those shoulders I talked about. And friends, it doesn't get skinnier or fatter. It does ever so slightly. So what I'm saying to you is know the axe you're buying the handle for. This will not work on here. It will not work, okay? Now, let me show you something. This is my biggest one, friends, so it'll work with tons of axes. Let me find one there. This one here. Okay? This will probably just work. It will. A smaller eye is what I'm saying to you. Get a smaller eye. These dimensions, like a Michigan style, right? See how it's smaller? That one's kind of fatter. That bottom one I showed you. You see, this was a very nice shape eye. You guys got me? You feeling me? Give me the heck yes. Tell me you know what I'm talking about. Okay? Be careful. So, this axe is I think I'm going to go through with it. I do. I think I'm going to go through with it. but it will only do this, right? That's why I'm a little hesitant here. I like to have a little pole on this handle, although it's a beautiful looking axe, isn't it, friends? Look at it's a very nice handle, and it's lovely, but I'm going to show you something, and it's going to make sense to you. Okay. It can't be explained any better than this. It just can't. There's no better explanation than that right there. Are you guys with me? See? Watch what happens when we come around this side. There's no wood there. Look at. See? There's no wood. This is it. That's how it comes. So just be very careful with your eye and what axe you're buying it for. If you've got a beautiful eye, like a really nice, good shaped eye, you're off to the races. You are. You're off to the races. It'll work. Just be careful. That's why I'm almost hung here now. And friends, listen to me. I'm not kidding. This is not a contorted eye at all. So just be careful. Here's the eye. Look at this axe, friends. Look at this axe that I want to put on there. Look at this. Look at this thing. Look at that. I did a little edge work. Okay. I'm still not finished. I don't care too much about that because I polished it, but I'll lose some of those probably. Depends. That is a glorious profile. Okay. Look at the eye. It's mint. Look, it's mint. So just be careful. Be careful because it is a lovely handle. It is. It's beautiful. It's an easy hang if you got a Michigan or something, like it'll just drop on. Like I'll pick a random, there's a dandenong right there. Boom. It goes on. It's thin. That's all I'm saying to you. So I like to leave guys room. You should see his saw closet tray. Marco, jump on the plane with Buckin. Hey, Marty. Brian Hebert, good to see you, Brian. Oh yeah, it's getting pretty chilly, says the Minnesota Faller. Bermuda guy, Julio, I'll bet. Kevin Oldtimer, Kevin Duff. Weekend Warrior. Welcome all to the Billy Show. Jimmy Ellis, Smiling Jimmy. It's good to see everybody today. So, I kind of backpedaling here a bit. Check this out. You see that? Did you see what just happened? Did you just see that? Look, friends. I'm touching this with my finger just so it doesn't fall out of my hand. Look at the angle of the axe, right? See that? It's almost flat. Why is that? Because of that weight right there. That weight of the pole. Right there. It's bigger than this. It's very similar. That's actually a nice looking head on there. Oh dear. Wow. See, this is... Oh, and another thing. I like to have these flat so I can go to town with them. Look at that, friends. So it's a nice axe to hang. It's a nice handle to hang. But I gotta be honest. I really am a channel of truth. And I have sent so much business to Whiskey River over the years. I've worked with him on patterns. I've sent so many people there through the years. This one's thin. It's thin. On the hang. On the hang, it's thin. Just be careful. If you've got a good eye, run it. Grab it. Because it's a nice little handle. But I may backtrack here on this one. I was hoping it was going to hang. And you know we got the deputy coming out, right, friends? I think we're unveiling the deputy. I hope so. At Buckin Stock. The deputy is, well, I'm going to show you the deputy. It's a bigger axe handle, and I'm going to build another one. I'm actually going to build another 28-inch handle, very, very similar to Killinger's old 28. I love Killinger's old 28s, love them, and I talked to him about it. He said, "Buckin, go for it." So that might be cool. Now, I'm going to show you guys something. Pictures. I know how to do this. I know how to do it fast. There's Brad right there. There's Jim. Kenny. Okay. Oh. Okay. Are you kind of serious right now? Look at how humble that handle is. There's no crazy curves. The curves are in the right spot. I'm going to tell you something right now. That'll hang a 6-pound axe on it and swing it all day long. You know why? Because oblong is strong. Friends, I'm excited about this handle. Oh dear. Yeah. I kind of style it after the Tuatai. A little bit. It's quite different, but the palm swell, you know. Anyway. Oh, that's lovely looking. So. Dan says, don't forget to hit the like button. Buckin, that will flick some power. Yes, it will, Barking Spider. Oh dear is right, Alex. I'm not joking you. It's going to be a nice handle. But it's not a comparison to this. It's not. It's the Killinger will be kind of similar to this, but quite a bit more material to work with here and a, you know, different. Well, Killinger's handle's right here. You guys remember Killinger's handle? Well, that's Killinger's handle right there. And it's super humble, hard working, and it's just lovely. I've always loved swinging the Killinger 28. It's got a good stop. It's thin in the right spots. It's got girth up here for strength. It's just very, very nice. Have we talked enough about axe handles? Oh, there's my straight goods. Oh! Anyway. Did I go sidetracking? If you need a big splitting axe, get yourself the Sheriff. It'll scare you. Hey, Hey, do you guys remember my buddy Ish? Check out this. Check out this. Ish, are you here? Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is a special handle, friends. Do you know what this is? Spotty from Snedden's. Spotted gum from my buddy Ish. And I'm going to wait. I'm going to thin it down a little bit. Oh my God, you guys need to see this. No, you do. You need to see it. It doesn't do it justice like what's going on. You need to understand something here. Spotted gum. Ish, are you around? The 394 XP. What would you like to know about that saw, Mr. Barkin Spider? It sure is ethical. There he is. Hard as a billy goat's knee. We used to say as hard as the back of God's head. Let me get this. Look at this. Look at the work they do, friends. This is what I'm talking about. This is from Ish. Ish, tell us the story about this. Spotty. I can't wait to come. Look at this. My good gosh. Ish, I love you, brother. I got 2 of these. 2 of tie. It's a little thick. There's nothing like the smell of this stuff. How does the gum work with a draw knife? It's very interesting. Very interesting. Oh, there you guys. Are you guys back? Oh, there we go. There we go. We're back. I don't know what happened. I honestly don't know what happened. I was going to show you this, and I have to show it to you. This was a gift. Walters. I've only got 2 of these. Check out the handle. Spotty. Now that's an Australian hang right there. Okay? Australian. See all the fur pitch on it? That's fur pitch. I sell all my axes with a little fur pitch on it. Okay, that's not true. This is a monster. This is a beautiful, beautiful axe. I cherish this axe. The Canadian and the Australian thing there, pretty cool. I better go down the chopping road if I can a little bit. So Ish, I can't wait to get the right head for this. I'm going to thin it down and I'm going to build just a monster axe. But if you're looking for a good handle to hang an axe on, I gotta say, my 31.5 flagship, friends, I'm just gonna say it. There's no head that won't go on it. You can thin it down. It's a hafter's handle, right? Now, wonder if I should just build this axe. Wonder if we should just build it. I'm struggling a little bit. Like I've got a lot of axes, right, friends? So when I make an axe, It is glorious. There's no doubt about it. It's glorious. And it will haft. It will haft. But am I putting a head on something that, like, could go on, say, you know. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, oh dear, right? See this? Whoopsie daisy. What happened there? How come I did that, friends? Right? This is a Killinger ordeal here. I gotta be honest. I'm a Killinger handle guy. This is his old one. It's a bit, but that there just I don't know, and it curves back a bit. Do you guys know what I mean by that? It curves back. You have the option to curve back, but this is a very nice handle. I think they call it a Tatum. Who knows about this handle more than I do? Come on, you guys. Who knows about this, friends? What's the story behind this NEC handle? Where did it come from? It's an old pattern, isn't it? You guys know better than I do. Oh wow. Gotta go. Nicholas Pushinsky, good to see ya. Where can you get Killinger handles? You can't, Peter. You can't. He got out of the business a couple years back. But I have his patterns. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I talked to him about, whoa, Knud! Hi, all great handles, Buckin. Thank you, buddy. Thanks, Knud. Yeah, I mean, that's how everybody does handles. That's probably what Killinger did. That's what Whiskey River does. That's what I do. In some cases, I'll use other handles for inspiration. I'll take something I like out of a handle. I'll add it into my handle. That's what I did with the Deputy. I'll guarantee you I did. But I will say this. This handle, this one that you see bluegrass outdoors swinging, this was built, this is a wood split axe handle. And it's built for every axe imaginable out there. He put an elder axe or whatever on it. I put a maul on this handle. I put an 8-pound maul on it. This thing flicks wood like almost like naturally because of this big weight back here. It actually wants to fall back. Look at this. Look at that. Do you know what that means? And then when you do this, and then it levels right out here again. Friends, I'm telling you, there's so much about axemanship. Look at this. Level. Come back a bit, she falls backwards. What does that mean in the wood? This thing tears wood apart. It flicks it across the yard. It's amazing wood split axe. 6-pounder. 6-pound maul. Anyway, oh! Who remembers this? Who remembers this thing? Do you know that, friends, this is a bug-eaten, bug holes in it, heartwood, sapwood. The grain is okay, but it is a complete light handle. This whole axe weighs... Okay, let's play a game. That's a 4.5-pound dandy. I'm telling you the facts. This is a Dandenong, full bit, friends. Big axe, full bit. Okay? Made in England, 4.5 pound axe. It weighs, or it's 34 inches, 33.5 to the top of the steel. 33.5 inches to the top of the steel. How much do you think that tool weighs right there? I just told you everything about it. This will tell you a little bit about the handle. It's 34 inches, 4.5 pound head. How much do you think this axe weighs? You guys are very close. You're right on the money. It's just under 5.5 pounds. Just under 5.5 pounds. Heartwood. Now, here's the same handle. Little bit heavier axe. 6.5 pounds. 6.5. It's crazy. Anyway. That's a good handle. So I really like the Killinger's stuff. Anyways, I talked to Killer about maybe kind of copying some of his old patterns and bringing them back to the consumer. And he said, Buckin, do what you do. You want to see something? Anybody recognize that? Oh my goodness graciousness. Look at this. So, I don't know if I'd copy his 32. This is, actually I might. I actually might. Actually, this one right here. Friends, Killinger's handles, you got to give the man some love. You've got to give him some love. He understood. He understood. He spent the time with these guys. It takes so much time. That is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Humble, not crazy, nice bit of curve. I've got axes on the Killinger handle. Here's one right here that's absolutely bananas. Absolutely bananas, friends. Look at this. Look at this thing. Heartwood. 32. Look at it. It stands up, for crying out freaking sakes loud. Look at this. Is that a 32.5 inches long, but I hang them proud, so it's 32. I used up the whole axe, and it could have even gone down a touch, but no. This, you got to see this. You guys got to see this. Who's having fun? Give me some heck yes. Actually, that's not hung that proud. Oh my gosh. I remember hanging this axe. I remember hanging this thing, friends. Look at that. Look at this thing. Oh, dear Lord. It is really, really nice, friends. Look at that profile. Look at that. What am I looking at? Oh my gosh. $27 degrees. 27 degrees, wood splitting absolute, just, oh, and here. I already know it. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Right? She's about a ½ inch back, center point right off that. Maybe ½ inch. I got to share some stuff with you guys. I'm going to take the time to do it. I think you'll really, really enjoy it. Check this out. You see this handle? You see this? Friends, this situation here, listen, I'm just going to tell you what I think, okay? I make crazy palm swells. Not crazy. I leave my axis big at the bottom so people can do whatever they want to do, right? You make an axe, you haft it, you grab it, you freaking bang it, right? And then you make your palm swell, right? Now, check this out. Look at this. Look at the beauty and gloriousness of that right there. Oh my gosh. Did you guys see that? You did, didn't you? Oh, so here's what I was going to say. Back in the day, a lot of people use these tools. A lot. Not as more than nowadays, right? And they had to be good in your hands. There's something about this particular palm swell. There's something about it. Right? This is the action, right? Pretty much, isn't it? But what happens on the firelight? Oh, see, this is incredible. And I think I know why. I think I know why. I think I know why this axe is so nice to use in my hands. This thing's crazy. I love sharing this axe with people. Look at this, friends. Look at this thing. Look at the grain. Look at this. Okay? You want to know something? This will freak you out. Check this out. Can you see the grain? Do we know what that's called? And I'm here to tell you right now that it works like you wouldn't believe. You would not believe this, how this works, okay? Look at the pitch. This is, friends, this is a leaf spring axe. You probably won't see it, but the grain runs completely horizontal. Let's see if I can see it on this other camera. Yes, you can. Oops. So, You're out on a fire. You're out on a fire. And you got to turn your axe into a shovel. Right? You got to turn your axe into a shovel. Are you feeling me? So I think you would probably throw a sheath over that or something. You know what I mean? They probably had a leather sheath that they would put over that. And now you're shoveling. And friends, listen, I'm not being a weirdo. Okay, I'm not being a weirdo. Friends, are you? Do you know how freaking cool this is? Are you serious? Oh yeah, it is cool. A Minnesota Faller. Oh, you're darn tootin' it is. British Columbia. Forestry. What? Now, look at that thing. Now, so now you gotta, whoop, now you gotta do this. Now you gotta do this because things are getting, we gotta dig some trench here. Right? We gotta get digging. We gotta grub some fire line out. We gotta get grubbing some freaking fire line out. You got me? Oh, there's a root. I think I'll chop it. Yeah, you will. You're darn tootin' you will. Because if you won't, somebody else will. Amazing. It's just, to me, pretty wild, eh, friends? Pretty wild. Then you put her back in. I'm just being lazy, but I guess I better. There. Hi, Buckin from Northern Michigan. Swiss Army axe, that's right. That's it. Clank. Put the lid back on her. See that? Get on there. There you go. Put that on there so it never goes anywhere. Doesn't rattle loose. Nice fit. But this here, that there, it just, right? First time I seen that. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Good. Isn't that wild? On she goes. So it doesn't go nowhere. Down there. There it is. That's the one. Snap. Crackle. Thank Rob. Power Saw Rob give us that, friends. What a guy he is. But again, come on. Come on. Okay. Well, I feel the need to go to BC and give Billy a hug for inspiring my son. Like a one dad to another dad. Thank you. Bucking around. Oh, Bobby. Hey, Bobby. Well, you guys all know my story. You know my story. So, I think I might build this axe regardless. I mean, I don't have to go all the way through with it, but stay off that spot, friends, you know. Whiskey River's got some nice handles, friends. And this one is nice. But you gotta have the right eye. So that's all I'm saying to you. Look at that. It would be a nice little axe. It would. It would be a nice little axe. I think it'll close them holes up. I sure hope so. It doesn't look like it though. Gosh, it's close. It's close. Friends, I may we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I don't want to jump in too much over my head, but I want to have products that make sense on my channel. How old were you? How old were you? 14. Joe Kermacy. How old were you? 14. See ya, critter. See ya, critter. The mad one. Hey, old boy. How you doing? The mad one. Good to see ya. Axeman Michael. Do you still have suspenders available? I do. I do, Mr. Axeman Michael. I do, and I'm going to actually have another set available. I'm doing another set of suspenders, actually. Yes, I am. And they're going to be the exact same setup as this, but something's going to be different. And it's going to be very functional, and it's going to blow minds for guys who wear suspenders. It's going to blow minds. And because I like leather, right? I like my leather. Do you know that this simple little thing that I designed, friends, this simple little, do you know how much joy this has brought in me? And how much functionality it has brought in me? Just that silly little thing. I'm a functional dude. Excuse me. Are those going to be vendors at Buckin Stuff? Are there? No. Are there? No. Just some special sponsors. Some special people and businesses that I've worked with through the years that helped us get there. Yeah. Yeah. Christine, we don't have vendors, do we? But my suspenders are available on the website. Yeah. I've lost weight, friends. I've lost weight. And it's crazy. I love it. The leather conditioner from Buckster the leather conditioner are great. Oh, okay, Jacob, gotcha. Yeah, I've used that stuff myself, quite frankly. I've used it on my belts, my suspenders. I've used it on my boots. I like it, but I do use different products as well, different times of the year. But that stuff is nice. And the nice thing about it is I use my hands for everything, Jacob. You know what I mean? I use my hands, so it's nice to have good stuff in the hands. So that was a big plus about that stuff. The suspenders are awesome. I have been wearing them every day for a year. Edward Priestley, right on, brother. Thank you. Pretty simple design, aren't they? Love the suspenders. JB Deedle. Good stuff, Jacob. It's different. I find it's different with the boots. Depending on the sawdust you're in, it's just a different product than what I'm used to. I think it's because it's soy-based, right? Like there's something different about it. It took me a bit of getting used to. Yeah, it's interesting. I like that it's clean. I do, I gotta say it. Buckin, what's your favorite saw you have? I don't have one. I don't have a favorite saw. But Pavarotti comes to mind. Yeah. 371. Mac 125. My Macs. Yeah, I don't have a favorite saw really. I got lots of saws that I love to run, my 266s. But I would have to say something that is a contender for a favorite saw is my 371s. That you know, my 86ers and the Hot Rod 72 carcass, if that helps. Yeah. Yes, yeah, Billy Block, it's same deal. 372. Same deal. Okay, now we're starting to pop. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Yeah, look at that. Deadly straight. Deadly straight. So I'll bang it off. Like, friends, we're actually almost hung. Look. Right? Would you say that's like we're almost there? I mean, I can come down more, which I will because I want to for sure. See how that works? The Tasmanian pattern heads? They're all like that. They go up. This is actually a really nice axe. We got to go down a bit. I think I might hang it. Well, we're getting down. The only thing is I can visually see that it doesn't get fatter. This side seems to be okay, so that's that side. So maybe, oh, maybe it is a little wider there. That could be. Nice handle. Nice handle. Small, light duty, but you could put it, because it's oblong, you could put a pretty good size axe head on there. I mean, I think this one's 4 pounds. No, 3 3/4. That's not 4 pounds. Or is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, 4. Yeah, 4 1/4 actually. Let's see if that scales right. Yeah, that's 4 1/4. That's a nice weight. 4¼ pounds on an NEC or NCE or whatever they call it. Let me check something out here. That's nice to have that to finish. Yeah, see, this might come up nice, friends. This might come up nice. Let's have a look. Chicago! David Swoboda, hi Christine. When is new wedge banger axe handle available? I might have missed the announcement. No? No. No, it's not ready. It's not ready yet. But it's not far off, David. Jesse put a handle on the mall for me yesterday after using it for 4 hours. It's almost depreciated. Okay. Good. Looked like it didn't get fatter until after the shoulder of the tongue. Well, it's a funny one. It's gotta go right down. Ethical. It's a beautiful handle. You've just got to have a small eye. It won't take. You get me? I'm just being square. Like I'm building it here. It's coming, and it'll hang. It'll hang. It will. See, there we go. But there's no tolerance for any discrepancies in your eye. Like, you'll see what I mean. This is hung. Yeah, this is actually hung. You guys know that trick, right? Oh yeah, that's beautiful to have that much movement. That's lovely there. I can straighten that up like that. Dead square. You know, a guy doesn't really need to go that lower than that. Two Bears, Edward Priestley, good info. What did Edward say? NC is a New England curve. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Edward Priestley, thank you, buddy. Okay, a New England curve. I'm looking to get a new saw. Done a lot of research on Husky 858. I've never heard of that one. Never heard of the 858. Zav Biz. Yeah, I never heard of that. I only know that because I'm from New Hampshire. Oh, cool. It's a very nice handle. It's modest. It's modest. The palm swell's not huge. It's not huge, so it depends on what you're doing. It would make a nice little woodshed buddy axe, like a, that's 4¼ pounds, and I'm going to hang this axe. I'm going to hang it. I like it. So here we are now, right? Here we are now. See, we're getting down that Tassie, but look, we're almost down there now. And here's what we got. See? So it's going to do it. See? It'll do it. So that's good. That's very good. Oh, look at that. She's coming up there nice now. Yeah. It's almost like it got sanded there or something. That is interesting. Okay, that's interesting to me. Woo. You guys, will this show up? This is brand new, untouched. You see the shadows? See that there? See right there? Here? And here? It's almost like it got sanded a little bit there. Yeah, right there. So just make sure you don't have a big eye. Because lots of people, that's what they do. They'll buy an axe, they'll have an old axe head, and then they'll hear, okay, I'm going to buy a handle, and they buy a handle, and it something doesn't work. So these are beautiful. They're beautiful. But you've got to have the right eye. It's a full-size eye, and they should be fine for you if your eye's not contorted. But I'll show you something here. Where'd it go, friends? This guy. This is the, do you know what's funny, friends? You guys have probably heard this. Do you know what's funny? This is the axe. This is the axe that I build my handles upon. My copy handles that I send. Because if it fits this thing, it'll fit any freaking axe, right? So here's the handle I've been working on. Yeah, see, this is just not good at all. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh dear Lord. Look. Look at that. Look at. This is what I'm telling you to be careful of. Look. It's gone. Right? She's gone. Like, gone. Look. This is the perfect example of what I'm saying be careful of. Don't buy this handle if you've got a great big eye. Be careful. Does that make sense? Other than that, fan-freaking-tastic. Yeah, that's why I use this axe, friends. Isn't that funny? Ooh. So, there's still a little spot where it's untouched, and I don't think it'll get there. But that's okay. Or there. Why is that? Oh yeah, okay. I'm hanging this. I'm gonna hang it. See, that's what I like. It goes down like that, and then you gotta bash it on. I'm gonna do one more. Should almost scrape it. Okay. I think that's our final fit right there. Ooh. I hope Billy can show us some good split and maul options. Splitting maul? I don't know. Vintage malls are what I look for. The old vintage malls, Bobby. Yeah. I used to be tough. It used to be tough to find handles with long enough tongues for Tassies. Yes, it sure did, my friend. Do you remember that? I'll show you one in particular. Trust me, Ethical, I've been doing this a while and you've been here for it. I'm going to show you one right now. And that's why I might even get lucky here on this one. Let me show you. Whiskey River was actually is whose it was. And I kept saying, get it longer. Get the tongues longer. And I think they did finally, which was good. Anyway, they're in here. I know they are. I've got some old ones that were, I think this is one right here. See that? That's a whiskey. That is an original Whiskey River. I love this handle. This is an original Whiskey River 32. And what it was is that there wasn't enough. It was the 20. Yeah, look at that. It's just enough, this one. So they adapted. You know, that's what good businesses do. They adapt. But this was barely there, so that was probably after. So, but big handles. They're big handles. Yeah, I've got a lot of them. Oh, is that my buddy? East Coast Lumberjack? Yeah, it is. What? Christine, are you serious? When? Who did what? Do I announce that, Christine? That's crazy. What? Christine, an anonymous person okay, that's crazy. Friends, an anonymous person just bought those tickets from Buckin stock. See, this is I kind of I don't even know what to say sometimes. My gosh. I don't even know what to say. Well, Christine, that is incredible news. I hope. Did they leave their name? Well, they're anonymous, so I get that. That's incredible. Why? Thank you, Christine. Where do you get your square files for doing square ground chain? I use a grinder. I use a Symington. I don't buy square files. I use a Symington 451 grinder. I learned how to square grind or square file just so I could learn how to do it and speak to it. I don't master the craft by any means by hand. I just, you can't get it like that. You can't do it. So, but there's one right there and it says Banco. I think Madson's, I've heard people find them at Madson's. That might help. But I'm not a connoisseur of square file buyer guy. Not a good guy to ask. Yes, Christine, did I think I did. It doesn't catastrophically fail like maple might. It lets you know when it... Oh, you guys are talking about Hickory King. Absolute king. Hickory is king. It's so strong. This is an East Coast Rod Cumberland handle, and I like Rodney's. I like Rodney's handles a lot. I think I played with this one a little bit. I really like what he done. Rod makes his own handles out of his own blanks. This one looked like it may have, or that might have been me. Yeah, that was me on the knife. Yeah, that was me right there. So he makes a nice handle, Rodney does. That's one right there, actually. Rod Cumberland, right there. Beautiful handle. 33? Yep, 33 on the nickel. Right there. If you want one of these free tickets, please email me, Christine, at Buckin Billy. So there you go. If you want to come to Buckin Stock, email Christine, let her know what's up. And that's amazing. We had an anonymous buyer buy the tickets. That's crazy. Cool. I think we had someone asking about it the other day. Okay. Yeah, see, there you go. Right there. That goes down farther when I just slam it in there now. This is actually, it's a nice axe, but you got to be careful what you're making it for, right? This is going to be an all-purpose axe right here on a 20, well, let's see. It'll probably be, let's see. See, that's about as down as I want to go right there. Because I don't want to lose my length. That's solid right there. That's feeling nice right there. I might hang that sucker as it sits. It's 27. 27 to the back of the eye. You got me? 27 to the back of the eye, 27 and a half at the top of the eye. That's how Tassies are made. It's a 27-inch axe. 27. 27 and a quarter, actually. 27 and a quarter. You guys remember this axe? Who remembers this? You see that? Right there? That is one of the most iconic patterns and walloping, wedge banging, wood splitting, all-purpose axes in the game. Right there. Right there. With a slight different, it took a beating. I've had this axe a long time. I split a lot of wood with this axe. It would have a little bit more up here. This axe is 4 3/4 pounds. 4 3/4. And it's stubby and scary. I'm going to hang Rod Cumberland's axe, I think. A little funky right there, but that's okay. Rod makes his own handles. Be sure to go see Rodney. Okay, excuse me. What do we got here? We had someone have to cancel, so it freed up tickets, so I have some available. Yes, cool. What is the oldest axe head and handle you own? Well, Shimano, quite honestly, that's a very good question. And I'm going to share the answer with you. I believe it's an late 1800s Stoller axe. And I'm going to show it to you. And the funny thing about that is, my dear friend, Shimano, is it was one of the predecessors to the wood bullet. Not the oldest handle though. Not the oldest handle. But I'm gonna show you. I got a couple. Matter of fact, Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. I might not be able to. But I will tell you this. This is a scary axe. Do you know what this is? This is a Killinger handle on an old HB Tasmanian pattern, walloping 25 degrees wood splitter on a thin Killinger handle. Absolute. What says axe more than that right there? Tell me. That pattern. What says axe more than that? I am an axe. Hi. Axe is the name. I do things with wood. Even the way the bit is. That is a glorious axe. Now, back to the question. I'm trying my best here. Hang on. I got some predecessors here. Let me see. Oh, it smells good over here. My double bits are pretty old too. But, to be honest, they're hard to find nowadays, them old predecessors. I got them hiding. Oh, what's that? I'm not sure. Uh-oh, what's this? Aha! Aha! Look at this sucker. I'm telling you right now. This right here. Look at this axe. Look at that. Would you look at that? What would you call that? Ethical? What would you call that? Would you call that American style? What would you call that? Look at the pole. Would you take it? Would you take a freaking look at that axe right there, friends? Look at that sucker. You call that a pancake axe? Well, this sucker, I don't know if it's a tapered pole or if it was just, it could have been. Yeah, it could have been. But I'm going to tell you something. I'll never forget hanging this axe. And this was one of the predecessors for the wood bullet. Okay? Predecessor. Look at the profile. You're not getting it stuck. Now, I'll show you something else. Listen, busts, speed bumps, and busts, it don't matter when you got convexity. It don't matter. Listen, you put this in a piece of wood, what do you think's happening? Where's the contact? Can you guys see that? Where's the contact? It's right there. That's it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Your speed bump, your bust and your speed bump don't even play games. It's not even there. It's a non-issue completely. They don't get stuck. They don't get stuck. I wish people would split wood more so they knew. Now, let me see. I've also got, what is that? I've also got another, oh, what's that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at this. Look at this thing. Look at this poor son of a gun. Huh? Are you, what? You need a pole on your axis, friends. You need a pole. Look at the pattern. Look at the profile. I'm telling you, this is when they needed this. This is when axes needed to work. They needed to work. They couldn't get stuck. That's not efficient for someone who doesn't have a log splitter or a tractor or power saw. They needed to work. So I just go to the past when I'm looking for something. I go to the past, to these old men at the coffee shop. How did you split your wood there? You crusty old snake, you. How did you do it? How did you feed your family with an axe? Tell me. I want to know. I want to know. It's simple to me. What's that? Now there's one more. I'm trying to find it. Just hang on. Just hang on. What's this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, the predecessor. Oh yeah. Oh, this is you are you telling me that you don't think that this arc has something to do with what's going on when you're splitting firewood? Or when you're bucking or splitting or chopping or doing anything, this arc? You don't think it has anything to do with anything? Well, it does. It has a lot to do with it. Think about it. Check out this. Are you serious? I honestly think this is a Stoller axe. I do. I think it's a Stoller. Friends, I had about 5 or 6 axes that were helping me design the wood bullet. And that I would take them. It's all on the channel, friends. Every last bit of my research is on the channel. It's all there. And I built an axe, and Liam Hoffman builds it. And it's his top-selling axe. And it's not because my name's Buckin Billy Ray neither. It's because it works. I'm telling you. That is nuts. I got all my predecessors in a row here because they're special. I take this stuff pretty freaking seriously, I know. Big Paul, yeah, ethical. Because think about it, buddy, for a second. Think about her now, right? Like, I mean, the Australians, I got to be honest, I don't know. I'm going to learn. I am going to learn because I don't know why, and I haven't found out why they did not put poles on their axes. I don't know. And I want to. There's theories, and who's winning all the chopping contests these days? Exactly. The Australians and the New Zealanders and the Kiwis. And you know, Tasmania, they got some choppers down there because their wood's harder. So the harder the wood chopper, if you got a guy splitting hardwood for 30 years and you got a guy splitting softwood for all them years, chopping and splitting for that matter, they should be stronger choppers and splitters. They should be by nature. I got a lot of respect. So I don't know. I guess it's got something to do with their wood. It would have to. All their, you know, the energy. But I'm talking about physics, though. Physics. Why would it, like, what would happen if Tassies were made with an inch pole? I think it would be just chips flying. I think it was get chips flying was the idea. They were cutting trees down with Tasmanian pattern axes. They didn't have double bits. They had Tasmanian axes they were chopping trees down with. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe I am. So I don't claim to know it, but I'm an axeman, so I think it would be all bit for a reason and no pole. But, you know, nowadays, when you go buy a Tasmanian pattern axe, it was a weak point. It was a weak point. So I'm going to build another couple axes. Yeah. What's your favorite newer saw that you own? My 572. My Husky 572 is, and my 562, but my 572 is I mean, it's, granted, I have an exhaust on it that I designed and it works incredible. And exhaust does amazing things for power saws, two-stroke engines in general. So I like my 572. It's unstoppable, actually. My 562 is good, but it's not as strong as I like. If that saw could get angrier somehow, I would pack that saw around a little more. Yeah, 572. Excuse me. I got the birds nesting up there. We've been doing this for a long time, friends. So this axe is hung. I don't want it any shorter than that, actually. It's perfect for chopping. It is. It's perfect for chopping. But I don't know if I would chop much with this axe. It doesn't have a big enough palm swell. You know what I mean? I like a bit more of a palm swell for chopping axes, but it's going to do some damage, this thing. You can always rehang it if you don't like it. I wanted to try this NEC, and I got a nice hang going here. So I think, although I can see a little space there, but that's whatever. I don't care. And it's not going away. But I got enough contact here. That's probably on the axe. That's nice. I'm going to hang this. I'm going to hang it. And I'm not going to get fancy with it. Neither. Actually. Yeah, it's not going anywhere, that space. Oh, that's nice. Let's put a wedge in her. How's everybody doing? How's your life? You happy with your life? Are you? Do you care about the news? Do you guys care about the news? You think it really has anything to do with you in your life? Because you get to choose, right? You get to choose what you want to do or think or act. And if you're having a hard time thinking yourself into a better place, you can always act yourself into a better place. You know what I'm saying? You can. You can always go out and do a deed for someone just for the simple fact of doing it. Not because you're looking for something to happen to you that's better than what you got now, just because you want to do something nice for someone. And know that you're looked after. Because why wouldn't you be? You're here now. You made it this far. What would change? This thing's goofy. It's a dangerous neighborhood up there. I quit watching the news. It's not news. No, it's not, Jimmy. It's actually not news. It's a tool. Would you be able to make another carburetor tuning video? What was the matter with the first one or second or third one? What do you need to know, Seth? Okay, do you have any questions? What saw you trying to tune? Seth, talk to me. X News. There you go. Hey, there's Brian's got a #1 crown. Brian's got a crown. I love it. Aha, axe news is my news. Yes. Habit oops. James Ripley, habit oops. I get confused on the low jet. Oh. Well, the low jet is almost like your idle buddy. So I'll tell you how to do it right now. How about that? Turn your jets off. What saw? Tell me what saw right now. We'll get this square. You'll go out there, leave this video, and you'll get it nailed. If you listen to what I say. What saw? I'm waiting. It's a tough competition for XP points today. Seth, what saw? 271 still. Is that an old school saw? Is that a low jet high? Is that old school? Like an old school saw? I don't know stills that well. But it's the same for all of them. And don't think it's not. It's the same. But they'll all have slightly different settings because of lever height, blow down, the way the machine's built. They'll all be a little different. It's new. Oh, I didn't know you could tune them. I didn't know you could tune them. I don't know how to tune new saws. Have you got a high and a low jet? Turn them off. What does it say on the side cover? 1 1/4? 1 1/4 per each? Is that what it says, Seth? What weight of axe head do you prefer for limbing multiple trees for a full day? Connor Stam. Well, that would be if you're just limbing, you know, a little limbing axe. That's where you want to be in that. I think 3 pound. 3 pound. Yeah. That's just I don't do a lot of that work, although I have on occasion, just because I want to go out and swing an axe. But if you're just limbing, brother, 2.5 to 3.5 pounds, like this here. This is a 3.5 pound axe. This one, Connor, it's 3.5 pounds. Depending on the species, are they hard limbs? Are they, you know what I mean? So whatever you're comfortable with, 2.5 to 3.5 pounds is a great limbing axe. Would the other axemen agree with me here? I would think so. It's just, yeah. For limbing, yeah, I wouldn't carry a big axe if I was using it all day, every day. 2.5, 3. 3 pounds is nice. 3 pounds is nice. It has an H and a low. Yeah, so what does it say on it, Seth? Yeah. How many axes did Billy touch today? Quite a few. Yeah, so buddy, just turn them off. Turn them right off. And make sure your idle is not cranked up. Make sure your idle is just starting to touch. You get me? And then start. Yeah, just open them up to what it says there. Inch, 1 1/4. Little bit of idle. And fire it up. And if it's new, if it doesn't run, then something's wrong with it. Doesn't it tell you on the side of the case, Seth? So if you turn the high jet in, you're leaning out the fuel, so it'll idle up and die. So turn the low jet in until it wants to die, and then back it off until it idles again. That's your throttle response. You seem to be my news Billy. Jess Winters. Yes, Connor, you'll like a smaller axe for if you're limbing. But don't go too small because you'll get into something, you'll get into something a little bigger, 4 or 5 inch. You want to have a bit of weight behind it, brother. You know what I mean? 3 pounds is nice. I love a 3 pound axe. Yeah, Seth, you just have to back them off. Close them off and open them up. Take the case off it. Make sure you can see things. open them up about a quarter and a turn each and fire it up. And then use the low jet as an idle kind of. You'll hear it. Just turn it in until it starts to die. Am I yelling? Friends? Am I yelling? Excuse me. So look at this, for instance. Look at this. Look. Virtually the same axe, right? It is. It's the same axe. Same handle. But this is 3.5 and this is 4 1/4. And this feels like it could do terrible damage to something. Like splitting wood. This is what I'm saying. If you're trapped somewhere, you're going to be splitting firewood to stay warm. You don't want to have too light of an axe. It becomes a problem. So there's a fine line there. You want to have some weight and you want to have the right profile that's going to do both jobs for you. Limbing, splitting wood, not getting stuck. You're going to have to give and take a little bit there. It's not going to do everything fantastically, but there is a crossover and it's in profile. Margot. Yeah, ethical, that's a very smart thing to say. It is, yeah. That's why trust me, brother. I'm coming up with some stuff. You're going to like it. You are. I've got an axe in mind, friends, that I'm telling you, I personally think it will cross over. It'll be beautiful. It'll be just beautiful. And I'm excited. And I'm working towards that now. And I'm telling you, it's going to cover a lot of ground. This measurement here is important. This measurement. It's very important. So, on the question of, I got a couple of not emails, but messages, people talking to me about, I don't even think I'm going to go there. I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it. Does anybody have a Fisker's axe? Does anybody have a Fisker's X27? Here? It's a splitting axe, right? It's sold as a splitting axe, correct? Right? Yeah. Have you ever checked out the geometry at the end of it? The bit? Have you looked at the bit? You know what I'm talking about, the bit? Have you ever looked at that? Closely? That should answer a lot of questions about busts and speed bumps and all kinds of things for you right there. A lot of people rave about that axe. It's a good wood splitting axe. It's a great wood splitting axe. It is. It's a great wood splitting axe. Council, yeah, they've been around a long time. What does the purple crown mean? I forget. Someone explained it the other day. No, the handles are, us folks who like axes aren't really big on the, you know what I mean. Composite handles or whatever you want to call them. I gave mine away. I gave my Fiskars away, but it's split wood. Make no doubt about it. I actually looked at the Fiskars axe. I had it in the mix when I was building the wood bullet. I used it for information. But as if you had them side by side, you would see quite a difference. That's exactly right, Ethical. That's exactly right. I gave mine to my old buddy who he brought me by an axe one time, and I saw by his handle that he needed one of them. And I gave him that one. Excuse me. A Buckin double bit. Yeah, I know. I gotta come up with a double bit handle too. Yeah, double bit's a nice axe. I swing doubles lots. Except I don't. I'll tell you something, friends, and I'll say this quite honestly. Back in the day, I used to promote double bits quite a bit, but they're dangerous, friends. Double bits are dangerous. People having double bits out in the bush because they pick up habits. People see people doing things in the bush and on YouTube, and they see you throw your axe into a piece of wood and you set it there and leave it there. Well, guess what happens if you stumble over a piece of firewood you dropped and you go falling on that axe? You're not falling on something like that. You're falling on that. So I kind of streamlined my ideas and because I know people watch me and I get it. I get it. So I use double bits, but I also love my singles. So I think I'm going to put a wedge in this one, speaking of that. Jimmy, you're not coming out? Come on, Jimmy. Does it have soft steel? Really? The X27? I didn't know that. Because I know folks down in Australia are using those Fiskars. Well, that's going to change. That's going to change. When I come up with one, a split axe for Australia. Yeah. Is it really? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I don't really keep up with that stuff that doesn't have wood on it. But all I know is lots of people like the Fiskars. But I will tell you this. I built an axe recently, friends. Don't forget about a chisel grind, friends. Don't forget about a chisel grind. A chisel grind is a nice... this axe right here, it's a Trojan. And I built it recently for splitting wood, and I took it out, friends. Oh my gosh. The birds flying around here. It's fat. 25. 25. 25 degrees, but I did something very special to this handle, friends. And you'll only know if you've ever ran an octagonal handle what this is like in your hands. But I only did it on the top. There's something about your hand at this part of the axe, friends. Right there, there's something about it. I'm over the moon with this axe. I'm not selling this axe just yet. But whoever is gonna get an opportunity to get this axe, this octagonal axe, look at it. Look at, friends. It's softogonal. Only on the top, not the bottom. Still round on the bottom. Oh. 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 Oh dear. Oh my gosh. And sharp here. Very narrow here for a reason. All my axes are, I tell you, this slices right through the wood. It saves out overstrike. Like, not overstrike, but you know when you go through the wood? That's why I split my wood. Oh. You guys want to go outside for a second? Let's go outside. I think you guys got enough jam in there to handle it. Let's go. Let's get outside. I'm going stale in here anyway. Fowler. Fowler with a super chat. Thank you, Jacob Fowler. You weirdo. Jacob Fowler's a weirdo, and he knows it. Haha. Jacob's weird. Thanks, Jacob. Okay, so check this out. Ethical axe. Fisker's handles are also bad. Oh, they're terrible. They're awful. They create. I will not hand anyone a vintage axe who swings a Fisker's. They'll break your axe in a heartbeat. Check this out. What were we talking about? I forgot. Did you hear that? Thwap. Right? Did you see that? So, this is why when I split firewood, friends, okay? This is why I don't, you know, when you do that and you split the firewood, you still got the chance of smacking up your axe here. So, I'm this guy. That's how I split firewood. And then if I know it's not gonna split, I'll be out here, right? I'll hit it, you know, maybe a slight little. But when I'm splitting, I'm out here. So that when this goes through, your axe is going to be on the outside of the wood and it's not going to get scarfed up. But if it does go through, if it's fat, you're going to tear the freaking sides right off it. You're going to tear the sides off it. Okay? Friends, this axe, I'm telling you. Oh my gosh. And don't knock, if you get your axe stuck, don't be knocking it here. Knock it here. You'll break your handles. You will, you'll bust your handle. This is a beautiful axe, friends. There's just these little subtle changes that just, you know what I'm saying? It's a glorious day. I'm kind of hungry. We've been on here a long time, friends. Let's put a wedge in this axe and go our separate ways. And spread some love in the world today, somewheres. Yeah. So, I should almost show you the two Italian thing. I should. No, because I'll end up splitting that piece of wood and my wife will get mad at me. All right? Sorry, friends. Sorry. Let's get you guys square here again. There we go. Bye, Rob. Okay. What do we got here? Ish. You know what? To be very honest, I should almost take a good look at this because yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I'll. Okay, that's funny. That is actually funny. I have a list of things to do there, friends, on a wedge. That's actually funny. I think I'm going to put a hickory wedge in this. Boom. Yeah, I am. Yeah, as a matter of fact, Chris, Warrior, Weekend Warrior, Super Chat. Jacob Fowler, same deal. Half to you, half to charity. Jacob, buddy, thank you. Seriously, I was just bugging you earlier. You know that. Thanks, Chris. Super Chat for Chris. Buckaroonie's how the ported 592. Haven't got it yet. Haven't got it. How long have we been going, friends? It's been a while. Let's get a freaking wedge in this thing and knock it off. I think this is the exact wedge we need right here, as a matter of fact. Let me just, it is. It's perfect. It's actually perfect. Let me round the edges and pound this sucker home. It's going in. I'm not even playing games. That's it. We're doing it. Okay, we're not goofing around here anymore. Let's get some business going here. I'm 160 pounds, friends. Can you believe that? I'm 160 pounds. And I'm loving it. Loving it. Now, what I like to do is I like to grab a flathead screwdriver, crack this open a bit, put a little glue in her. Just like that. Just so she goes in there, and then I hit this. A little like this, little like this. That's that. I give her a wipe into the crevices of the porous of the grain. Into the void. That's it. That's all I do. Wipe my fingers off. I'm thinking this is going to be... I'm excited about this one, actually. Let's see if we got this straight. Did I screw up? No, I didn't. Oh, dear. No, I did not. Oh, my. Hope I got that. Oh dear. Oh dear. Did you see how that? This is gonna sink. It'll sink. Okay. Check this out. So one last look. I've started it, so I've compressed it already, right? Take one last little look. It's dead square, but I think I could go. Let's see. Oh, I like that. That is. You see what I'm doing, right? You guys see what I'm doing? Ooh, that was the noise. That was the noise right there. Oh my goodness graciousness. You got to try your best. You got to try your best. Now, well, no, I better not. I better not play around. Do you guys want to see this go down? We may as well carry on with tradition, right? Let's put this here like this. I'll spin you guys around like this, and I'll crack you down. Are you guys on, or what's happening? Is that actually going to work? Yeah, it is. Let's see what happens here. Now, usually what I do is I'll hold the head like this with a rag. See, like this, so I don't get cut up. Watch. Okay, I'm not sure who you are and where you're from. Like, I mean, are you... So, we have just, friends, I'm telling you, we have just made a problem for someone at some point. Oh, I even added a little cloth in there for somebody. Wasn't that nice of me? Who does that all the time like that? Now, oh dear, look at this. Oh! Let's turn you guys back up. Yeah. Clankeroni. Yes. Yeah. You. You. So this is, it's beautiful, isn't it, friends? It's beautiful. And some of the beauty is the handle. There's nothing wrong with this handle. Although I will say, again, be very careful on what you're doing. There's minimal work someone has to do to get this axe to hang nice. That's why a lot of people like this handle too, because there's minimal wood that has to be removed. And that's a good thing. It is. This is lovely. And friends, if I could show you this, you won't see it because of the, well, I can make you see it maybe. Let's look. Let's see if we can make this happen. It might not do it. I don't even know how this works. Yeah, it's hard to do, friends, with these cameras. Take my word for it. So why don't we do this again? Why don't we Why don't we maybe do this again somewhere at some point in our lives? I mean, I wish I had something I could go at, but I really don't. Oh, you know what I do have? You know what we could play around with just because we're that kind of people? Look at the day, would you? Like, would you just look at it? My humble little home that I've lived here for all these years. So you know what I do have, friends? Hi, Julio. I gotta get wood in this shed. What I do have is so that is actually a nice looking axe. You see what I'm saying? That is a nice looking axe. It's very functional. Look at it, friends. Isn't that lovely, friends? Look at that. It just, there's something about axes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, ethical. It is a nice handle. I'm telling you, ethical, dude. You're gonna freak when you get your hands on my deputy. I'm not just saying it. It is a lot of thought went into it. You know me and my palm swells, but that's something that anybody can customize. This is a very humble, thin little handle, this NEC. They've done a nice job. It's a remake of a handle, I heard. It's subtle. My only warnings to people are, again, the eye, be careful, and what are you using it for? What are you using it for? So it's a full-size eye, so it's not my favorite palm swell. A guy could maybe even, I don't know, a guy could maybe change that a little bit, but see, that's a really good sign. I'm actually gonna show you guys something. I don't know about you, but this is the hollow ground, okay? It's scary for limbing. It is. Right now, you see what I'm doing? It's not horrible, but it's not good either coming out of the wood. It's not. But remember, just so you know what you're looking at, just remember. Here, let's get this square so you guys can. Right? Just so you know what you're looking at. So this will definitely like look at it's, you can really, but there, don't even think about splitting it. It's just, you know, You see, this is my point. Geometry is huge. See that? It just look at this. So I don't know what you use axes for. I don't know. But look at this. This is actually, it's night and day what degrees will do for you. This thing penetrates though. You can't be, look at this. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? But again, see? Oh my gosh. See this. See this bark, friends? It's cherry bark. We've created a beautiful little tool today, friends. Get an axe in your hands. Learn geometry. See, I will say this. Friends, if I'm knocking bark off a tree, if I've got a great big, I'm going to show it to you right now. I'm going to finish this video with this. YouTube is such a crazy place. I'm going to show you something, okay? Now, if I'm not mistaken, yes, indeed it is. I did a video quite some time ago about sharpening an axe, and What's that? What is that? This is a beautiful axe. It's that HB Old Arvika style, okay? But friends, you go and try and clean bark off a tree with this, you know what's going to happen? You're going to glance because you're going to try and go into the bark. Like I chop a lot of bark off trees sometimes and logs. I'm going to glance off of there. It's going to hit here and it's going to glance and it's going to go floof way up in the air like this. Okay. There's a fine line. Right? Look at this. Look at this. That's wood, by the way. That's wood. Look at the angle. I'd have to get like this. Okay? This one? Okay? My point being, friends, you know what you're doing with an axe, okay? You know what you're doing with an axe, not me. And make no mistake, make no freaking mistake, I ain't your problem. I'm far from your problem. I split a lot of wood. And that's what I enjoy to do, because I get a byproduct from it. I get to heat my home and nourish my spirit. I don't talk a lot about chopping because I don't know a lot about chopping and geometry, but I'm a blade guy. I'm an axe guy, and I've been on an axe long enough to know that everybody has different wood, everybody has different needs. Some people enjoy chopping wood, cross grain, others enjoy splitting. I enjoy the whole gamut. But just if you're getting information for someone, and I've said this so many times on the internet, and I will continue to, check out your sources. See where they're coming from. See what their main focus is and why they're talking about certain things. Just save some energy. Save people's energy. Okay? This axe right here, that's gone. You call it what you want. Bust, speed bump. It's gone. Out of here. It ain't doing me no good on this axe because this is a wood splitting axe. And there is crossover there, friends. Make no mistake, there's crossover. I'm going to tell you where the crossover is, in my opinion. Somewhere here. Have your own experience. I'm actually very happy I hung this axe on this handle. Very happy. That is a good looking axe. Look at that, friends. That is a good looking axe. Oh yeah. It's got just enough. He's done a nice job. He's done a nice job. I knew this when I swung that chopper of Luke's. I knew it. Just now you know the pitfalls. Anyway, I hope this stuff makes sense of some kind. Let's spend a couple minutes together out here in the sun because I'm going stale in here. And let's just do that. Why don't we just go out here? Would you guys be angry if I went in and grabbed a beverage and came back and sat in the sun for a minute? How much would that hurt your feelings? Because look at where I'm going to be sitting. Right here like this. Because I want to talk to a couple of people. Does that hurt anybody's feelings if I do that? What do you guys think? I'm gonna go get a beverage, and I'm gonna sit right here in this chair. And if you're here when I get back, great. If you're not, that's great too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Friends, I tell you, get the sun. This is, what do you call it? Fake beer. What do you call it? Corona 00. This stuff, they call it 00. I drink them in the summer now and again. Let's put it in the shade. Who's got any questions? Anybody got any questions? You want to know? Because that battery will probably just die on its own at some point. How is that, friends? Is that good enough for us, sir? You guys want to be like, maybe like that? How's that? Sarsaparillas, you got that right, Mr. Brzezinski. You got it right, bud. Is that okay? Is that better? Oh yeah, that's good. That's lovely, isn't it? Pokey Bear. That splitting is for me. That splitting is for me. Yes. My feelings are dented. Wow. Okay, Kenny. Hi from Oregon. Paul Beckner. Paul. I love watching your videos. Thank you, Paul. Slip, slop, slap. Ish, my buddy. Friends, Ish is a member. He joined and he's now a member. I love Ish. Who's going to Buckin Stock? Says Stephen Rempe. Wet the whistle. Yeah. As long as it's cold and wet, you got it, brother. Have you had the pleasure of smelling sassafras? Yes, I have. Yes, I have, in Pennsylvania. Yep. Excuse me. I've also split it. It splits like a freaking dream. Yeah, it's nice. Jeff Schroeder, how's the boy? He's good, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, how are you doing? How's your axe thing going, Jeff? Honecker sent Lukey got one of his axes. I think it's exactly the same as yours. The splitting axe. Jacob sent Luke one of those. It's very similar to your axe. He kind of has that style, that small pull style, or where it goes back. He does nice work. How's it going with that, Jeff? Are you selling axes? There's a great big piece of meat out there. The world is a huge piece of meat, and everybody feeds from it. And that's just how I've lived my whole life with my whole business, and my whole life is food for 3 is food for 10, man. And we all work together and lift one another, not stomp on each other and fear one another. You see it too much in this world. Thanks, Buckin. I learned a lot about excess today, sir. Good. Or axis. Okay. I had some Tasmanians made. Oh, good. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what he got. I think. How did they turn out, Jeffrey? I think what I think you'll see, Jeff, is a resurgence in the Tasmanian pattern head now going forward with blacksmiths. I think you'll see that pattern now come to fruition more. Jacob Fowler, yes it is. Yeah. Excuse me, friends. Billy just figured out he was sun deprived. Yes, I did, Jimmy. Is worth college credits. Yeah, there you go. Can you please bottle some of your energy and send it? I need it. No problem, Pokey Bear. I'll see you in 3 weeks. I'll give you some. With a live feed. I keep popping back in. How long we been here, friends? 3 hours. Where's my wife? Did she take off? Hang on a sec. Nope, she's still here. My wife's been busy today hanging laundry on the back there, and I'm a blacksmith and I've always dreamed of making an axe. Zach. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, Zach. If I was a blacksmith, I'd be making axes and selling them. No, not yet, James. She's still here. She's still hanging around. She's got it pretty good, and so do I. We made that decision many years ago. Yeah, she's not really into that, Pokey Bear. She just never has been. I catch her once in a blue moon, and when it's organic, you know, and she looks just right. She's just not a. She's not that way. She doesn't like attention. She's beautiful, and I got lucky, Pokey Bear. I'll tell you right now, I got lucky. Real lucky. Excuse me, friends. Big Joe's Burgers. You got burgers, Joe? High Bar. Jenna Benna, High Bar. I enjoy your videos. High Bar. Okay. Hi, Jenna. Like when she brought you a drink while you were mowing. Yes, exactly, Mr. Bushinsky. You got it. You got it. Going on 43 years. James Ripley with my sweetheart. James, that must mean you're getting in your 60s now. 68, James? James Ripley. You gotta be somewhere there. Excuse me. For you to say that about your wife speaks volumes, Michael Carrick. Well, it's facts. It's facts. You excited for the fights on Saturday? Marab and O'Malley. When's that? This weekend coming? Because it just passed. Yeah, absolutely I am. Not a huge draw for me, but I watch the fights regardless. That's my only thing I do. And I am excited because I do like those two guys, and they're the main card, aren't they? '63, James Ripley. Good stuff. I know you did, Jenna. I know you did, darling. I'm not worried about it. I'm just ribbing you. I just read what comes across the screen if I catch it. So I'm glad you're enjoying the videos, Jenna. Michael, filing clinic, axe throwing, cutting poles, cutting racing food, spending time with friends, and the peace, love, and power saws is what I tell people at Buckin Stock is. It's just like-minded folk. I mean, I couldn't think. Now you guys may maybe tell me I couldn't think that everyone that's coming to Buckin Stock wants to learn how to file a power saw, or watch me cut a tree down or swing an axe. I wouldn't think that would be the only reason people are coming. And I'm not saying that to be whatever the word is, which I don't know. I'm the one I'm looking for, but it's just, there's a message here that I've been spreading since the day I turned on the camera here. And you guys know what that message is. And I live it. It's not something I talk about and then don't do, because then my name would be mud. And I believe that this internet can save the world. I've always believed it. I believe world peace can be founded through the internet. But that's why I don't bite the hook of weakness. It's enabled too much these days. There's too much arguing and bickering going on in comment sections about who's right and who's wrong, and it said this and it said that. None of that matters to me at all. Zero. What matters to me is how you're doing. How are you feeling with you and your skin, in your own skin, and the fact that you have an opportunity to be free. Because if you were free and had love in your heart, none of that stuff would bother you. You'd be invincible. You have the opportunity to be invincible and master yourself. And if you want to waste time fighting and watching the news and getting sucked into the world's whatever, then you go for it. It's your choice. It's free will and free choice to do here. I just ain't spending any time doing it. Johnny McCormick. My son watches more sports and plays rugby than me. Cool, John. Mountain Men axes, limbing. You are gonna want. Yeah, somebody was asking that a while back there, Mountain Man axes. Somebody was asking that. That's what I thought. Somewhere in there. I like 3. I like 3 pounds. Not a lot of 3-pound axes made. When you get older and have a family, time for bickering goes away. Yeah, well, it sure does. Thanks, Jacob. The people running the internet keep trying to... Oh, you just got to do it right, brother. You just got to do it right. You get what I'm saying? You just got to be intelligent. Hey, Buckin, your videos helped me change my life around. I've been clean for 8 years now. Paul, you don't know how that is the best news I've heard all day. I was on my way out, without a doubt. 28 years ago, I was on my way out. Simple. Well, I'm trying, James. I'm trying. I know that it seems that people seem to get popular when they create drama and all this stuff, but I'm not that person. I'll just keep working, James Ripley. I'll just keep working. And 10 years down the road, you'll say, that guy's still swinging an axe talking about loving and being kind to people. What's going on here? He was doing the same thing 10 years. I will be doing the same thing 10 years down the road, like I was 10 years previous. Except I'm evolving. And I want more of it. And I want more freedom and self-mastery. Because I am the only thing that I've got control over is me. I don't know who you are, and I can't control you. I know these things. And I know when people come at me, it's their problem, not mine. It's kind of funny. It almost becomes humorous to me, but actually kind of sad at the same time, because I'm a compassionate man. I don't like to see people suffering. I don't like to see people suffering, especially when they do it publicly. And that happens a lot. You see it. And it's sad to me. And I've bitten my tongue for a long, long time because I don't want to sound like just another bickering guy. But there is a lot of unevolvedness happening. And I can't give it energy because then it doesn't work for my highest purpose. I can only focus on love and what derives from that. And I'm a human, and I'm a work in progress. But believe you me, I don't like to enable bad behavior. Love the soldiers of kindness. Kirk Chapman, good to see you, Kirk. Anyway, friends, I think I'm going to go and probably get a little nibble. I'm probably going to go cut that axe, or I might leave that axe proud like that for now. Friends, that axe turned out really good. I mean, really good. It is a multi-purpose axe. I can chop with that axe. I can split with that axe. It's a chopping block axe. It's 27 inches, 27 and a quarter. You know, someone asked me earlier what my favorite axe handle length is. I don't really have one, but 30 inches is a sweet spot. For me, it's a sweet spot, but that could also mean 29 and 31, right? It just depends. I would just say, get some axes. Get some axes. I know what an axe is going to do by looking at it. I know what it's going to do. That's why I don't know, man. I've seen some strange things lately on the internet, friends. I'm just going to be honest. I've seen some strange things of people trying to, I don't know. I don't know where it comes from, but it's sad to watch. That's all I'll say. It's sad to watch. Remember, we have a couple of free tickets to Buckin Stock if you want to come. There we go. I'm 46 and I just started to read the Bible. My faith, I'm just beginning my journey. What can I do to keep my faith going? What can I do to keep my faith going? Huh. Well, Dan, good for you. Good for you, Dan. I think you're doing it. If that's your flavor, then I think you're doing it. I can't speak to that. I don't know anything about that book, so but I think you're on the right track. I do. Anything that makes you become a better person, Dan, do that every day. But here's a tip that you're asking, Dan. You're asking how I can keep my faith going every day. Do you know what I do, Dan? Are you willing to listen to what I'm going to tell you right now? Answer me before I tell you. Answer me. Are you going to listen to what I say to you, or am I just flapping in the breeze here? Would you like an answer from me? Because you asked me. It says right here. Lance Walker, thank you, buddy. I'll tell you what I do every day. G-Man. Positive energy from Buckin always works. Robert Blacksmith. You're a good man, Robert. There's many things you can do. But I'll tell you what I do, Dan. Because you just said it right there. You said absolutely. I wake up in the morning, every morning, and I have done so for the past 27 years, 28 years now. And I'm already laying flat, so I roll out or onto my knees. Because I'm laying down, so I'll just go like this, Dan. I'll roll out of bed. I'm still quite tired, and I'll just go like this. That's what I do. Every day. Every single day. And you know that when I got smashed up in that logging accident, that I was unable to do that. And I felt it. I felt disconnected, actually, Dan. So if you're asking me what I can do every day, put your work boots under your bed or your keys for your car so that when you go down to grab them, I don't care what you talk to. I don't care. It don't matter to me. Jesus, Buddha, Allah, it matters not to me. It's God, and that's simple for me, and that's who I get leveled with every day, every morning. And I thank him for love. I don't ask him for nothing. I don't say, give me this, give me that. I say, thank you. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thy will, not mine, be done. Thank you. Come with me today. Come with me today. And let's do this together. Let's do it. See? You see what happens? You see what happens? That's what happens. Sincerity is everything. When you want to change, Dan, you'll change. Enough pain made me change. Pain is the motivator, Dan. So don't kid yourself, and don't kid him neither, because he knows what you're thinking, brother. He knows. So don't be kidding around. Just get down to it. Does that help, Dan? Gratitude is a great tool as well. Absolutely. Gratitude is a great one. Love you too, Nicholas. Yes, it will, Billy Block. Yes, it will. But all I know is it's in us all. It just is. You can't escape it. So I don't know why people are trying. You don't have to put a name on it. You don't have to do none of that stuff. If you want to do that, that's your choice. Do it. But believe it in your guts and be sincere. Because if you're struggling with it and it doesn't seem to fit your life or your soul or your spirit or something's not fitting, try on another jacket. Try on another jacket. It doesn't have to be complicated. Because I see people believing in the same thing, but they're fighting about it every day. That's enough for me to say, that's good enough for me. It's simple. I don't know what it is, but I know it's there. It's good enough for me. And I've seen it work in my life. And I call it God. It's very simple. Like, I don't know how more simpler it could get, actually. But Dan, I will tell you this, I'm super glad you're here, and so are a lot of these people in here, because these people understand me, especially these people in my members group. who've joined my members group, they know exactly who I am. A lot of these people have met me and shook my hand and hugged me and watched me with people at events like John McCormick and a lot of these other people. They've actually been with me in my space, and they understand me, and that's all that matters. They know my heart. Pokey Bear knows my heart, so does G-Man. So you just start, brother. Start somewhere. And you've started in a great spot, Daniel. Yeah, he is, isn't he, Jimmy? Hey, Jimmy, isn't he? He is. Yeah, he is. There's lots of little side pieces at work, and a lot of these people are telling you the truth. Work hard, be kind, and stay true. That's right, Kurt. Love you too, James. Thank you. G-Man, I'm gonna, well, I don't want to say something because you're anonymous, I know, but I'm gonna take a piece of your support, G-Man, and we're gonna ship it off to Bob later on today to help out with Jesse's saw. I don't know if you picked up on what was going on there. Remember that day that the neighbors came up with a few shackles for me? You remember. I'm gonna take a piece of yours as well, and I'm gonna ship it PayPal to help pay for that Echo, G-Man. And so thank you. Kind of blew your anonymity bit, didn't I? Was that super chat you left, G-Man? Michael Cherrick, Michael, I'm telling you right now, buddy, I don't tell nobody to do nothing, but when they ask, I'm telling you something, brother. I didn't need to do that. I don't need to pray on my knees. He's with me all day, every day. I walk and talk. He's with me all day. But something changed for me when I hit my knees. That's all I can say, and I know what it is. He doesn't need me to do that. He doesn't. That was a self-choice of sincerity on my part. Sincerity to the gift of life. I don't have to do that. I chose to do that. And it felt so good, brother, that I kept going. And I have not stopped for 27 years, except for when I got smashed up and couldn't walk for 4 months. And it affected me. It affected me. I lost contact for a while. I guess the morphine had something to do with that too, but that almost killed me, that tree. That changed my life forever, and it almost killed me, but it didn't kill me. And I should be right here, right now is where I should be. Right now. Nowhere else. But right here, right now. And grateful. Not I should have been dead, or I should have this, I should have that. No, I should have been right freaking here talking to you, because that's what's going down. Isn't that simple? Grizzman, you get an axe yet? Buckin, you're a great example, man. You're inspiring. Thank you, Kurt. Well, hey, Joe Wag, good to see you. John Smith Professional just subscribed. Buck, talk from the heart like a real man. You talk from the heart like a real man. Welcome, Johnny. Glad you're here. Hey, off topic, is using a 730 seconds to sharpen a 3 good or bad? I don't know, does it work? I think you'll be all right in the first couple filings, Jacob, but as you get down, you might find it. All it'll do is just straighten your curve out. So it depends on the wood and your raker height. You know that. So I don't think you'll get too far going though, because it'll turn into a ski jump eventually. I think you could probably get away with it for the first couple filings, but 1364th might be a better gig on that. But give it a run. Give it a run. Michael, welcome. No way. Michael just joined our freaking... We got new member, friends. We got new member. Michael Carrick just joined our freaking members group. Friends, listen. If you want, I guess, more of what you're seeing today, I opened memberships up about 9 months ago to this community. And what a special group of people over there. So I don't really promote it that much, but I do talk about it. And there's more to me than cutting trees. I'll tell you that. And I get to share a little bit of that more over there. Or I don't get to, I choose to. So, welcome, Michael. That's a great suggestion, John. There's so many good books out there too. I'm not a really good reader. I've read some books, but really not many. So I'm not well read by any means. But there are some wonderful books out there, John, and that's a great suggestion for Dan. Wow, I thought I missed it. Have you been live for 3.5 hours? Yeah, I have, actually, and I'm gonna go now. Almost 10 months, Billy, very close. Yes, it has been. It has. That's good. This phone is actually gonna die. Let's do this, friends. Let's take our garbage. Take our bottle, because our wife will get mad. My wife will get mad at me if I leave garbage around. And I respect my wife. And she respects me. And that's why we're happy. Because love is grander than most people think. It's much grander than most people think. Now I'm going to go in and get something to eat. That axe turned out deadly, friends. Look at the shade. Look at this. Do you know how important this is, friends? You know what I mean? This was my first home I ever bought. Right here. I freaking love it here. It's a special place here. Very special. So we have got just a fantastic axe. I'm gonna have to take it out and swing it now, somewhere. Oh my gosh. How does that look, friends? Oh my goodness. It is nice. This is, I bet you the Two Bears would like this. This is his kind of axe. He likes these kind of straighter handles. But if you're gonna be standing on logs, chopping logs, you gotta have the right length, you see? You guys know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, you see? You want to have the right length. I think this is one of those lengths. Oh, friends. This is nice. It's real nice. Thanks for hanging around today. See, oh my gosh, friends. Seriously. This is no wonder, okay? No wonder. That is a good looking axe right there. Anyways, let's pull you guys off of there and call her. Thank you all so much. Oh yeah, it's exactly, Dan. It's exactly what that is. It's both. And I'm going to take it out and have a go at it. This is a nice axe. Wow. Axes are fun. Grizzman, it's deadly. It's deadly. So that's one of my nicer Tazies that I had left. I've got a few. Pokey Bear, I love you. Talk to you soon. Billy, I love you. Billy Block. Robert, good to see you. Christine, catch you later-ish. Julio McDermott, what a dude. Hoot and howl, it will split. Oh yes, it will. Yeah, no, it's, this thing's nuts. Tasmanian pattern axes are lovely. It was one of my nicer full-bitted axes left. And I'm axe crazy, right? So I'm gonna take this out. Over and out, friends. Thanks for watching. Work hard, be honest, and be kind. And life is real. Get out and happen to it. Pain doesn't have to be your motivator. Unfortunately, usually it is. See you later, Minnesota Faller. You're welcome, Hoot and Howl. Pain doesn't have to be your motivator. You know, it doesn't. You can choose to just seek within. See you on the next one.